Well, a North Little Rock boy knows he'll be completely deaf and no longer be able to hear the music of his favorite singer, George Strait.
And that is why his mother is making a passionate plea for her son to meet the country music superstar. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley spoke with the family tonight. Kimberly, has she had any luck?
Chris, Beth, she's tried snail mail and social media, but Julie Pear hasn't heard from George Strait and his team just yet. She started reaching out by letter last year, and she's at it again this year, saying she isn't giving up.
I'll be over to the door when I'm gone.
It's sweet music to Chase Pear's ears. George Strait's hit song, Troubadour.
Everything's George Strait. He thinks he is the best.
But soon, the 15-year-old won't be able to hear a single note of his favorite singer's song. Part of Chase's ear is enlarged, and he'll eventually be completely deaf. Knowing that one day you won't be able to hear the music.
Well, that's... I don't know.
So his mother, Julie Pear, sent a letter to the Country Music Hall of Famer in May 2016, trying to set up a meeting.
The purpose of my writing this letter is an attempt to get Chase a visit with you before he goes completely deaf.
There wasn't a response, but she's sending it again and using social media. Her post on Facebook has been shared over 40 times.
It's out there. It's just getting it to him somehow, to read it.
Julie says her son has overcome a lot, learning sign language at the Arkansas School for the Deaf and using a hearing aid. That's why neither is giving up.
If you hear before, if you go deaf, you never give up.
This is his dream, and that's what he wants, and Mama's going to try to make it happen.
Julie says she's willing to travel to wherever she has to go for the meeting, so Mr. Strait, they're waiting on you. Chris?
All right, good luck to him, Kimberly. Thanks so much. Julie's also reached out to George Strait's agent. Of course, we'll keep you posted. Now to a story that's been making the rounds on social media. We first told you about it here at Channel 7. A North Little Rock mom is wanting her son to meet George Strait before he goes completely deaf. Julie Pear sent a letter to the country singer 11 days ago. Tonight, Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley checked back in with Julie and her son Chase, and she joins us now with an update and a surprise too, Kimberly.
Chris, thanks to the power of social media and some kind-hearted people, it looks like Chase is one step closer to his dream. On January 12th, we introduced you to Julie Pear and her son Chase, who is a huge George Strait fan.
I'll be over to the door when I'm gone.
But eventually, the 15-year-old will go completely deaf due to a birth defect and won't be able to hear the voice of his favorite singer. That's why Julie sent a letter to Strait and his team asking if Chase could meet him and hear his voice in person.
The purpose of my writing this letter is an attempt to get Chase a visit with you before he goes completely deaf.
That was Julie and Chase on January 12th. Fast forward to Monday. We told Julie that we're here to get an update to see how her letter has been going and see the response that she's been getting. But she has no idea that we're going to tell her that she and Chase are going to see George Strait in concert this summer. All right, knock, knock. What has the response been like?
It's been great. We've had several shares. We've had a lot of positive comments.
But none of those shares and comments compared to the news we had waiting for her. After you wrote this letter, we wrote a letter of our own. If you just open that up, and I want you to read that out loud for me.
Julie, you wrote a letter to George Strait asking for a meeting with your son Chase before he goes completely deaf. Since sharing your letter, many have been inspired by your efforts. It is with great joy that we share some important news. Thanks to Verizon Arena, you and Chase will be going to see George Strait in concert in Las Vegas this summer. Plus, Southwest Airlines has agreed to provide free airfare for you both.
This summer when?
Chase, you're going to see George Strait in concert. Verizon Arena and Southwest Airlines helped Chase's mom fulfill part of his dream.
A million thank you.
Yes, a million thank yous. That is amazing.
If you ask Chase, he's ready to leave for Las Vegas immediately.
Ready to pack. God. I'm just happy. I want to go see him. I mean, not this happy, just like, oh, this crazy right now. Just want to go to his concert, and I mean, I'm just crazy right now.
And we're happy for you, Chase. Verizon Arena is still working on getting Chase a one-on-one meeting with Mr. Strait, so of course we'll keep you up to date on that. Beth?
All right, what a great story, Kimberly. We're so happy that we were able to just be a small part of that and getting the word out for sure. Thank you. Chase and his mom, Julie, plan on going to Las Vegas in April. What a reaction to that surprise news.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be the trip of a lifetime, and we hope they have a blast.
We're happy for them.
Todd, thank you. It is 5:43. A dream getting ready to come true for a North Little Rock teen in Las Vegas about to meet one of his idols, George Strait. Now, we've been following Chase Pear's story here on Channel 7 for a few months now.
Yeah, he's the teen who's losing his hearing and wanted to meet his favorite country superstar before he did. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley in Las Vegas this morning with how the trip kicked off in style.
Good morning to you guys. We are here in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, where we touched down with Chase and his mom Thursday afternoon, and they are more than excited to be here in Las Vegas for the first time and to meet George Strait. Now, as you may remember, this all started when Chase's mom, Julie, wrote a letter to George Strait saying that her son would soon be going completely deaf, and she wanted him to be able to meet Strait and to hear him for one last time. Cheers and applause greeted Chase Pear as he arrived to the Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport Thursday afternoon, headed to Las Vegas to meet country superstar George Strait.
Best part about it was the people waving and taking pictures. And
We were in shock. We walked up to check in, and they said, "Hey, we have special seats for you." And I'm like, "Us?"
The team at Southwest Airlines organized a George Strait-themed send-off for Chase and his mom, Julie Pear, holding signs and playing some of Strait's biggest hits. Pilots even let Chase get a look at the cockpit before takeoff.
See the equipment, and I asked them a lot of questions what they would do and what they do when they took off.
During the flight, the crew gave me a chance to share Chase's inspiring story with passengers. After admiring clouds and snow-capped mountains outside of his window, Chase walked into another welcome fit for a celebrity at the McCarran International Airport. Now Chase and his mom, Julie, will take time enjoying the city before going to Strait's first concert on Friday night. Chase and his mom will go to George Strait's concert tonight and Saturday night, and tomorrow night is when they're actually scheduled to meet George Strait in person backstage. So guys, everything is coming full circle for Chase.
Kimberly, thank you. Great work out there. Of course, we will be following Chase's trip to Vegas each night here on Channel 7 News this entire weekend, so you'll want to stay tuned for that moment when he gets to meet George Strait.
Make sure you DVR the newscast tonight and tomorrow night for sure to see that reaction. It's so cool seeing the reaction from the airport folks, just sitting around the airport and the response he got. Yeah, strangers. I mean, even in Las Vegas, it's one thing here in Little Rock, but even in Las Vegas arriving and all of a sudden people just start cheering, people are on their phones, is really cool reaction.
Yeah, a trip he will never, ever forget.
Absolutely.
That's the story everybody's been asking us about. After meeting his favorite country singer, Chase Pear is back in Little Rock tonight. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley talked to Chase and his mom right after their meet and greet with George Strait. Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, Janelle, as you can see, I'm standing right in front of the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign, where plenty of tourists are here excited to be able to take pictures in front of that sign. But I'm excited to stand here and tell you that Chase got his wish this weekend. He got to see George Strait in concert and meet him in person. Now let's take a look at Chase's journey from North Little Rock to right here in Las Vegas. It's a dream come true for Chase Pear. Friday night, he heard George Strait live in concert at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Then the grand finale came Saturday night, when Chase and his mom met George Strait backstage before the second night of the concert.
When we got up there, I shook his hand, and we got an autograph and took pictures.
I just told him about a little bit about Chase's hearing loss and what was going on with it.
Strait autographed a hat, calendar, and his personal guitar pick that he tossed to Chase Friday night. Our cameras weren't allowed backstage, but Julie says her son's experience was unforgettable.
To them, it's another fan, but to him, it means a lot. So I want him to get that experience.
Chase's journey to Las Vegas started in January when his mom wrote a letter.
The purpose of my writing this letter is an attempt to get Chase a visit with you before he goes completely deaf.
Chase's hearing has gotten worse over the past 5 years, and doctors can't tell when he'll lose it completely.
It could be next year, it could be the year after, so we're just going to pile as much in as we can and have as much fun as we can and keep on going.
While she felt the letter was a shot in the dark, mother and son are both glad it granted a wish.
When this process started, like I said before, I thought it was a long shot, but it really happened. He got his wish, and we're beyond grateful for that.
Happy, pumped up, and all that.
And of course, we want to thank Verizon Arena, Southwest Airlines, and George Strait's team for making all of this possible for Chase and allowing Channel 7 to be a part of the journey. And since Chase's dream has been fulfilled, that will wrap it up for us here in Las Vegas.